Please be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is the case of Hadl versus Andrews.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Ms. Hadl, after 8 years off and on with the defendant, the two of you called it quits just 3 months ago because he denies your 1-year-old daughter, Amarella. Now, you want to prove to him that he is her biological father. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Andrews, you say you can't trust Ms. Hadl because she's a serial cheater, and you are 100% certain that Amarella's not your daughter.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Hadl, your relationship ended because of paternity doubt?
Yes, Your Honor.
Explain.
We have had a rough road throughout these 7.5 years. 9 months into our relationship, he pregnated another female while he was living with me. So I moved to Kansas and got away from him. We then started our relationship back, and I had planned on having another child with him. So I did get pregnant. Amarella came, and I think the doubts came because she looks different than our other child.
How does Mr. Andrews relate to Amarella because of his paternity doubt?
He calls his child and Amarella not in front of our children.
Really? Is that true, Mr. Andrews? That's not right.
No, it's not right. That's due to the things that she has said and done. She told me 2 different names that my child could be somebody else's child. So how can I trust that? Then at the same time, I received a text message.
Hold on. You brought an exhibit.
Correct.
Is that what is contained in the exhibit, that
Yes.
information?
Yes, it is.
Step over there, please, sir. These are the reasons you believe you are not the father. You saw sexual text messages from another man. Is that correct?
Correct.
Explain.
The same person who I see this text message from is the same guy who she was having an affair with all along from the whole get-go. So when I seen that text message, my whole thought process was, it's got to be his baby.
What did you read in them?
I let you have it any time, and now you chicken, you're scared to come over.
Ms. Hadl, is that what these text messages
No.
said?
I can't tell you word for word. It was
I know
sexual.
word for word.
I bet he does know word for word, but I don't, so I'm not going to disagree. But anyhow.
Was this a man you've been intimate with?
Yes.
Were the text messages leaning towards the sexual side of conversation?
Most likely.
Okay. So next piece of evidence, you jumped out of the window at 3 a.m.
Correct.
Who jumped out the window?
She did.
I was trying to get free from him.
But see, the whole
He's
thing
crazy.
is, she leave the house every time. It's always when a private call come, or it's after 3 a.m. That's the only time he able to get away from his wife, so-called.
What?
And with that said,
Wait a minute. So she gets a private call.
Right.
Then she leaves the house.
Right.
And it's 3 a.m.
Right.
How are you getting up at 3 a.m. and leaving the house?
Maurice and I were not on that term of trust, so there was no trust. I didn't trust him, he didn't trust me.
I get that you all were in a bad place in your relationship, but what does trust have to do with you playing Wonder Woman and jumping out the window?
I couldn't walk out my front door because he was barricading my front door.
Where were you going?
I was going to find comfort.
Guess she told you?
I already knew this.
So you got a smile on your face, but you're in paternity court.
I am. I would like for him to get this during the
Did you
time that
think-
Amarella was conceived. In May of 2014, I told Maurice everything, who I was with, everything, and told him if he wants to make it work, we're going to make it work. And he came back to Kansas, and we conceived Amarella. We were trying for a boy, and I wasn't cheating. I stopped. I was being faithful and trying to be a good woman to him.
How were you being a good woman? And look, I'm not saying he was perfect either, because I'm getting to you next.
No doubt.
But how were you being a good woman, and you admit that you were on the phone with men, getting text messages, going out, finding comfort, flying out the window at 3 a.m.?
This was after 7.5 years. Like, this stuff built up. It was more or less, you're doing this to me, I'm gonna do it back to you.
Listen, you all have been together on and off for 8 years. He has 2 other children.
3.
outside. 3 other children outside of the relationship?
During our relationship.
No.
Yes.
My
What
son,
kind of mess is this?
she's lying.
Right.
She's lying. She's lying.
You're gonna get the side eye now. 3 children. Let me get back to this exhibit. Found a condom
So at
in the
least
car.
I was using protection and it ain't no one else.
Do that. But she know I'm the one who take my daughter to daycare every morning. I'm the one get the dress, take daycare every morning. Little dirty people couldn't even take the condom and throw it away.
If you found a condom in the car.
So
And
wait,
I showed you.
it was a dirty
It was
condom?
a dirty condom. It wasn't just a pack
I
condom.
don't agree with that because I didn't see it. He didn't show me nothing. He showed me a box. of
Ms.
condoms.
Hadl, did you have sex with a guy in the car?
Yes.
No. He found condoms in the car, but like I said, they were in a wrapper. They haven't been used. And if he's saying he's found a used
No.
wrapper or
It was a
dirty,
used
I
condom.
did not see
yeah,
that,
she
and I don't know
had
how
sex
it
in the
got
car
there.
A couple times.
Number 4. 4 months ago, Ms. Hadl told me about 2 other potential fathers.
Correct.
Really?
And out of spite, she'd just go to run in her mouth, and when she get mad, she'd tell on herself.
He's full of it. But
And
I
then
apologize, Your Honor.
She told me 2 other men was daddy.
His mouth,
which
from the
was
time I
already-
wake up in
which
the
I was
morning
already
till the time I
assuming
go
from
to
the
sleep,
get-go
does
anyway.
not
I was
stop,
already
and all he does
physically
all
abusive,
damn
though.
day is talk
I don't put my hands on you,
about
but
how
you-
bad of a person that I am. So when I went out and cheated on him, it was to find security and comfort because
I know what comfort means. I've been doing this long enough, and I'm a woman. If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Ms. Hadl, did you tell him that there were 2 other potential fathers? Did you say
no,
that
Honor,
to him?
this is what I said, and I'm going to let you know what happened. He was saying this person and this person is her daddy. I said, okay.
Because you was
Then
having affairs with both of
okay,
them.
then
'Cause she was having
no, I
affairs with
was
both
not.
guys.
Either way. So I just agreed with him because that's what he wanted to hear. So I said, okay.
Who wanna hear
Like,
that?
I'm done arguing with you. Okay, then.
And you think I would? So you think?
Oh, you just said, okay. You didn't come to him and say, I
No.
want to tell you that there could potentially
No,
be 2.
there is no potential. He's the only one. As I stated, May 2014, when I got with him again, as in, let's work it out, we were planning
How you
to
figure- how you
have a
figure that? How
child
you figure that?
because
When you told
I
the guy
wanted a
anytime.
boy.
Why you figure-
So
how you
why
figure that
wouldn't
when you told the guy
why would
anytime?
I sleep around
true.
with
You
other
was.
people if I'm in love with him and I'm trying to make it work?
No, you wasn't. You was in
And
love
so,
with the other guy.
okay, all right.
He's insecure about it because he's
No, I
cheated
ain't
and he's made all
insecure.
these babies.
No, I'm not.
So he
I
wants to
see
throw all the
proof.
blame on me.
I see
But
proof.
I'm a
She feel like I can't read.
excuse me, I'm a grown
And I've been to
woman,
3 different
and I'll
colleges.
take
And she
take
knows
the
I can
fault
read.
for what
she
I
would take a
did,
text message
but-
and turn the text message
She's
straight
got
around.
text messages too.
Okay, but
I'm
I
not
don't
bringing
turn-
that
I
up.
don't
It's not
turn
about
around,
that.
though.
It's about Amarella knowing who her daddy is, and I know who her daddy
you
is.
said
and
2 other
act like
guys
you don't.
was. And you said 2 other guys was. If
I
you-
never-
All right,
that.
all right. Let's get some order because you all aren't going anywhere.
No.
I know one thing. You all sound like you like 16 years old,
Trust me, I know.
arguing back and forth, and you got these little beautiful children. Beautiful. And from what I'm saying, I don't even know how you have time to make babies because you don't stop talking. If you're doing this in here, I can only imagine what you're doing at home.
That's why he's not in my home no more.
That's why I left the home.
No, he would not leave.
It ain't just your home. It was mine too, fool.
He would not leave.
Let's talk about the birth. I don't even know where you all were at in this relationship when Amarella was born. Like, so
I
are you
was so
trying to
stressed
work
out.
it
I was 8
out?
months pregnant.
Or are you fighting? Are y'all going back and forth? What is happening at her birth?
So 8 months pregnant, I find out there's another female pregnant in the same town that we're living in. I'm about to give birth a month later. He was there, got to see this first child born out of whatever 6 or 7 children that he does have. This is the first child that he got to see born. So that was very special for him and me as well, having him there. He was there the whole pregnancy, you know, took care, rubbed my back, feet, helped with the kids, helped keep the house clean, you know, whatnot. But mentally, he wasn't a good.
So at the birth, did you go to so you were there at the hospital because you got to see her be born?
Okay, but at the same time, while she was pregnant, she was having the
Let me tell you something, Mr. Andrews.
Guys.
What?
Right. We can't leave that out. While she was pregnant, she was having the affair. And yes, I still stay with her.
Hold on, slow down. When she was pregnant, repeat that testimony.
I was getting text messages from guys.
You were.
She was.
Were you or was she?
She.
So you were looking in her phone
Yes.
and she was getting text messages from guys.
Yes, you are.
Saying what?
Where you at? Can I see you?
No.
The sexual things.
All this while she's pregnant.
Yep. And then she wouldn't tell the guy not to call back. I'm right here telling
I can have friends, and it's not a
private call.
Like I said, there was only one person that I had ran to for comfort and security, and he did have friends. He had tons of friends.
I had numbers and names on my
I'm not
phone.
going into detail.
Why do you need friends when you're having babies everywhere? You already had another baby.
Understandable. I couldn't have no woman friend, period.
So, Miss Hadl, look, I want to know this. You're not denying you getting text messages. You didn't deny. You admitted in open court today that you were looking for comfort and security. And no, I'm talking. I want to know, did you ever tell any of these other men that they potentially were Amarella's father?
No, Your Honor. No.
Are you still in touch with this man or men that gave you the comfort and the... Are you still in touch with them now?
I don't need to seek comfort because I'm not getting hurt from him.
Listen, Your Honor.
I'm happy.
I swear to God, she just lied. A week ago, one of the guys was over a house where her brother just moved down there.
This is a friend I've never been sexual with, and he is talking about a friend being at my home.
Who you said was Amarella's father. It's a man
I've never been
who you
sexual
know
with
I
this
had
person.
contact with. They had physical contact with over this situation. Because
he's delusional.
As soon as I leave,
I've been sexual
you had
with
this
this
man
person.
at the house where I just left from.
He's delusional.
And then you showed me on the phone like, ha, 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 ha. When you know, that's not funny. I didn't find that funny about Farr. Then she lying about the married dude. She's still in contact with him. She just made two lies up just then. Like you ain't in contact with neither one of them. I was like, shit lying. I know she is.
And first and foremost, he is delusional. He thinks I've had sex with this person that he's talking about that was at my house.
But I know you're in contact with the other dude because you showed me on the phone.
So Does anybody talk about Amarella?
Me?
Anybody?
Me?
Yes. Me?
I mean, you all just...
As I stated, that's the only reason why I'm here. He wants to bring up dirt. I do not care about any of it.
You're not just going to be going around talking about some Amarella ain't mine. No, I don't even do that. That was a lie. That was a lie statement she just made then. I don't be saying nothing for the kids. She the one with the nasty mouth for the kids while you talking.
So either way, it's not right. And I want this to be done and over with so that we can move on. At least my kids will know everything that Daddy was saying about Mommy is wrong.
I mean... And then let's be honest. Stop talking. You can't be proud of yourselves. The situation is hideous. It's just listening to you all. I can only imagine what these children have witnessed and what they've heard.
Exactly.
You can't be proud of that. I don't care what he did, she did, this, that. You all are barely mentioning the children in here today. It's just about what one of you did to the other.
Your Honor, I'm not bringing up any dirt. Like I said, I'm just responding to what he's saying, but I'm only here for Amarella. So that's the only reason why I'm here. I'm not here to bring up dirt.
I'm only here because I got doubt.
I'm not here to bring up what he's done to me. I've been hurt.
Because I got doubt.
But regardless, Amarella's his.
Look at
I want to prove that to him.
Look at everything you've done. Why would I have
family
doubt?
members.
I can see that the only way we're gonna try to figure out how to move forward with you two in this new business you all are running is to get the results. Jerome, I'm ready.
Thank you.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Hadl versus Andrews, when it comes to 14-month-old Amarella Andrews, it has been determined by this court. Do you want to watch Paternity Court on TV? Go to paternitycourt.tv to find your local listings. When it comes to 14-month-old Amarella Andrews, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Andrews, you are the father. You have tears in your eyes. How do you feel in this moment?
I love her regardless. It's my daughter's sister, so it didn't make me no difference if I was or wasn't. I just wanted to prove.
Oh, it didn't?
Yes, it did.
I'm tired of you talking in circles, Mr. Andrews. Both of you doing a whole bunch of verbal gymnastics, ain't nobody shaping up. Just talking, running your mouth. You gotta be careful when your watch and your mouth are bigger than your brain and your heart. What you all displayed up in this courtroom today, it's shameful. 2 grown people running around town. I mean, this is just ridiculous. You got these little girls. How many children do you have? Mr. Andrews, how many?
7.
7. How many girls, how many boys?
5 girls, 2 boys.
5 girls. Now, we really gonna get with you today. You are the example to those little girls as to what a man should act like, how a man should talk to them, and how a man should treat them. If you can't be in a healthy relationship, don't be in one. Sometimes you have to let go to grow. But to be the D-level version of yourself is not good enough. You all got to figure out what your A game is for these children. Don't play up in here when it comes to some kids. I'm not the one. You all have clowned in here. You all have done a show. You all have just tried to read each other for filth. It's time to clean it up. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Court is adjourned.
Thank you.